Hey everyone, Sierra Payton here, and as you know, I am playing Wendy Williams in her Lifetime biopic, Wendy Williams movie. And so recently I got a chance to sit down with the team who made the looks possible. I got to interview and talk with the hair and makeup and wardrobe team, and we talked about all of the fabulous looks that they helped to put together and how they helped to bring the character of Wendy Williams to life. So please take a watch.
I just would love for y'all to just go around and introduce yourselves and talk about, what you did in the movie, and then we'll dive more into the
Okay, well, since I'm the only male and
yeah.
usually the ladies go first, I don't want y'all fighting over who's gonna go first.
Yeah.
So for everyone that doesn't know me, my name is Christys. I'm a celebrity hairstylist and makeup artist. I've been in the game for a little over 20 years, although I'm only 24.
Right?
Right. But I've been doing the Hollywood thing for about 13 years. It was amazing to take on this project because I actually got my break and my start as a celebrity hairstylist on the Wendy Williams talk show. Yes, and so Omarosa was my client, and that was my first gig as a celebrity stylist where I actually traveled from LA to New York, and it was just so exciting, the energy of her set, and it was just great. And so for this to be full circle, because at this point I've been able to achieve so much in the industry. I literally have done everything from music videos to sitcoms, television, reality, red carpet, magazines, billboards on Times Square, billboards in South Africa, like you name it. And so to be able to have this experience at this portion of my career has been amazing. And then of course, building and creating these hair pieces just was amazing and iconic because again, my career doing the Wendy Williams movie, I had the opportunity to do every type of style I've been able to do during my career. And so with starting in the late 80s into the 2000s was the whole span. And then Sierra Payton was just the icing on the cake to rock every style we picked. So easy to work with. So I love when clients can get in there and say, let's do this, let's try this together. Nobody's dictating what is being done. And that's what was so unique about our whole Glam experience, period, because we all literally worked together. We weren't afraid to come in each other's trailers and have conversations. And does this top work with the color hair you chose today or the style? And so, yeah, just amazing. Amazing.
Awesome.
You laid that hair out.
He did.
Thank you. We had to represent.
Yeah.
Laid it out.
Well, Michelle, since you chimed in, would you mind introducing yourself and telling us what your involvement was with the Wendy Williams?
I am Michelle Lyte, and I'm a costume designer, and I co-designed this movie with Josie. Josie and I did this together. I pretty much dressed Wendy and Kevin, and Josie had the daunting task of doing the rest of the movie as it was a large movie. And, it was fast and furious. It was fast and furious. Yeah. Josie started 2 weeks before me. By the time I got in, it was a week before camera. And it was just, time to rock and roll. But I had never met Josie before. I'd never met any of you before. So that was kind of nice. So costume designer, stylist, I've been doing it for, I'm going to say over 25 years. And I love it. I've lived it all my life. All my life I've been sewing and creating. And, it's nice that I get to do this for real and real.
Yes, yeah. For real and real.
For real and real.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, and we'll go over to Josie now. If you don't mind introducing yourself, Josie, and telling us.
Hi, I'm Josie. Well, Michelle, other half. It was fabulous working with her. I also have been in the industry for 20 plus years, well seasoned. We don't want to give away nothing now.
Yes.
But it was absolutely fabulous working with Michelle. We the great part of it was watching her do her stuff. We both had
Oh.
our handful. We had
Mm-hmm.
our handful, and some days like we'd have to put our hands up and say, sweet Jesus, take the wheel." And
That's what you saw, Krista.
hello.
Yeah, that's like,
Right.
Yeah, I've been like I said, in the industry for many years. Worked with a lot of different people. I usually work quite close with the actors, and as of one said, I've done many different aspects in the industry, from working on trucks to writing, but we keep that quiet, right? So one's well versed. The part that I love doing the research. And what excited me, one of the things that excited me was doing the project, because it went over so many decades.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that kind of research and then putting it all together. And the other part that I absolutely loved, it was like a homecoming, working with, let me say, the folks.
Yes.
And we all know
Yeah.
what we mean. Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Waking up, as much work or decision that we had to make, it was always a pleasure. There was a lot of passion. I love Michelle for her passion. I loved
Mhm.
it. There's always room to grow, and honey, you just put the gasoline in my tank.
Aw,
Oh, that's
I
so
love that.
great.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
send you the check later.
yeah. Well, let's move on to our other folk right here, Krista Hann. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us about your involvement with the Wendy Williams movie?
well, my name is Krista Hann. So this was actually my first big movie that I was head of department of in the makeup world. And I had a great leader. Chris actually got me on this movie. And it was honestly the best experience. And Sierra, everyone made it so great and easy and made me comfortable. As someone that's a little bit younger coming in the industry, it was definitely hard to get there. But I'm so happy that I was a part of it, and I love doing the looks. I loved in the trailer the gospel music, and just everything. I've been in the industry around 5 years. I used to be a naval architect, so I used to build boats before this. But you got to do what you love, and makeup is definitely what I love.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, I gotta say that each and every one of y'all, you rocked it out like crazy, and I just love working with y'all. So, let's get into these looks. What were your favorite looks? What were your least favorite looks? What were the most challenging looks? And also, I just want to know. Some of y'all kind of chimed in a little bit when you were introducing yourselves about the research and everything, but how did some of these looks come to be? So jump in, whoever wants to answer that.
Yeah.
I feel like hours of research. Me and Chris at a kitchen table, just like going through year by year by year, doing up the boards and printing out,
Mhm.
totally overanalyzing. Like I feel like was probably
Yeah.
the Halloween.
Right. What was really tricky about this film is that, one, because Wendy is still alive, and then two, because Wendy is iconic for reading people for filth, it was like we had to bring it because she will read us for her own movie on her own talk show.
This is true story.
A global phenomenon, which is why she has a movie in the first place. And so it was really like, it was nice to be on Zoom with Wendy, and she says, like, look, okay, this is a biopic, but you still need to be creative. You still need to bring who you are to the table. And so, yes, you don't have to dot every I, only cross every T. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was great to have that kind of leeway. And as I mentioned earlier, then being able to work with Sierra made it even more fun and more easy because we didn't have the fight of saying, no, this is what she looked like in this picture. This is what we have to give, in that fight. And so it was really great to be creative with the different colors of blondes and browns, and just to really have fun and play. Um, Michelle, as you mentioned earlier, things were so fast with this movie and so many people. A lot of times our play turned into something that was like, okay, what we about to do, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And Sierra's helping. She's like, I don't mind. She's like grabbing pens. And, I mean, totally
Right.
a team player, and for myself and you wardrobe ladies, we know over the years, this isn't always the case.
Yes.
This isn't always the case. And so again, Sierra, you made it such a pleasure. I will say some of the 80s looks were a little more challenging for me because it was a lot of her natural hair. And we did some camera magic to use Sierra's natural hair, but some of the times switching decades and, going from 80s into late 2000s in the same day within 20 minutes, that became a little challenging, but it
But
was
that's the
so
thing that
fun.
a lot of people don't know too, who aren't in this business, is that you literally will film, one scene that's like set in the 80s at like 10 a.m. and then at 12 o'clock
Right.
we have to go and film a scene that's happening right now today, and then hop back
Mhm.
into a scene that was, in the 70s. So it's like,
Yeah.
everybody's like all hands on deck, and they don't understand, like, we can't change nail polish colors in every
All
scene,
the time, every
or
scene. Right,
eyelashes
right.
in every
Oh,
scene and stuff,
Yeah.
So it's,
But I
you
will
got to
say,
work
I
with it.
know we did a hell of a job with continuity on this gig. And for me, even with the years of experience I have, I'm telling y'all, I would have sank without Krista. Her continuity game is so on point. It
Right.
just it just made the movie flow. It really did.
did
Really
I look
did.
some nights? Maybe.
I'm you crazy girl. And for people that don't know, the continuity, as Sierra just mentioned, is if we shoot, a scene from the 80s at 10 a.m. and a scene, in the 2000s at noon, and then tomorrow we're back to the 80s. We have to remember what that look was like, what she had on. Like Michelle needs to know the earrings, the rings, if it was on the ring finger, on the thumb. We have to pay attention to all of those areas.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And so, Michelle and Josie, what were some challenging looks for y'all, or what were your favorite looks coming up with?
Oh, um, my favorite look was the 70s, the birthday party. That was one of my favorite.
All right.
And
Mm.
what I loved about it was the color psychology. I got kind of excited when I was doing it because here is young Wendy. She's a little thick and she's not all that, and making her dress more simple, and then putting the party girl in a pink with the crown, the tiara. It was like the psychology of it was like what Wendy's life was manipulating or was trying to be like. And it so happened that pink became her calling card. That was her color in the show, like Michelle kind of pink that's going on there.
Mhm.
Right.
So that was, like I said, doing the research of it and playing with the colors. That was one of my favorite part. I love the bright colors that were used. They were so vivid. They said something. You can't watch the show without picking up on the va 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 voom that's going on and getting totally involved in it. And like it's a total collaboration. Every project is a collaboration that we all have to
Yes.
work together. And when things fall apart is when we lose ourselves or get too much into ourselves and not working with each other. And
And
we
work
never
with each
had
other.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Kudos to you guys, because what I never shared with you also, the young lady who played young Wendy, the birthday outfit that you constructed for her, she was like, oh my God, isn't this fabulous? She was like, I can't believe Wendy's mother preserved this shirt for all these years. And I was like, preserve this shirt?
What?
And she was like, yeah, look at the shirt and look at the picture. I said, ma'am, Josie made that shirt like an hour ago. But it was so spot on. It was great. It was so good. You ladies were amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I just have to say kudos to Josie for for the Halloween costume.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yes.
the Statue of Liberty.
There was.
Oh,
God.
Yes.
It was
fabulous.
beautiful.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Yes.
One of those iconic moments too, and everybody was waiting to see what we were gonna do.
I was greased up trying to get in that thing. I was like, okay, and then got the little fake things. And
When I
was like,
tell
right.
y'all collectively, we did that. When I was watching the Salt and Pepper movie and a commercial came on, one of my friends was like, not to be rude, but she said, oh my God, she did. I don't know who she is, but she did that. That's just how Wendy fell out. And I saw it.
Yes.
And I was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, look, we gotta get, if we don't get anything right,
we gotta get
this one right. We gotta get this one right.
Right.
Speaking of, I think that was somebody's favorite look.
It was. Look, I just wish we got into that look in 20 minutes? Like, I remember this over so fast. And I was just like, I would love to put a little bit more green, but like Chris said, it's our interpretation of what we saw. It doesn't have to be identical to what Wendy had, but I think we friggin' nailed it. Yeah. It was so great.
No, y'all did. And I just wanted to just circle back though, just to go back a little bit about the psychology of the character and the looks. What I was kind of picking up on, and which I think we all did intentional, was just really trying to show, because Wendy's character, the character of Wendy, was going through a lot of different transitions, through her years in her career. And it was so, I saw what y'all were doing, and I thought it was just so brilliant to show okay, she's feeling a little, her body image, she's feeling really insecure. So she's wearing these track suits to hide herself, but then when she feels really confident about herself, then the colors and the tightness of the dresses and the hair is more done up and everything. And so I know, Josie, you touched a little bit on the, the psychology of it, but I'm just curious, when you all read the script, how much of that informed how you put together the wardrobe and the hair and makeup?
For me, and I let Michelle take over after. I always look at, when I read something, I think about the psychology of it. Who this person is, what are they going through at that moment? What are they hiding? What do they want to show? And then try to use colors to suggest that, to play with the audience so that people will say, oh, she's for instance, putting a villain in white. Instead of putting the villain in black, then you're playing with them. So then you start loving to hate a character. And you're wondering, why do I like that person? Because of the colors that we're brought up with. You put him in that nice color. Instead of thinking, okay, I'm going to put the villain in black. That's giving it away. That's being lazy. So I always try to think about the psychology behind the play. Right away. I want everybody to love all the actors, even though they're mean. You gotta, and when they're doing their job properly, you actually love to hate them because they're doing so well. Yeah, that's how I try to play with it. As soon as I read it, I go right into it right away.
Nice, awesome. Michelle?
For me, it was, trying to capture Wendy's essence, her very essence of who she is and what she's been through over, these numbers of years, and just who she's grown into, you know, all of the different all of the different layers of who Wendy is. You know, you guys got a chance to meet her. I didn't, because like I mentioned, it was very fast and furious.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, I was on the internet. I actually got an opportunity to meet her very briefly because she was years ago, because she actually executive produced the Aaliyah movie, which I designed. So I got an opportunity to meet her before. So I knew what she looked like physically, but just, you know, her history and just following her fashion sense and just how it evolved over the years. It was pretty much just me and the internet. And once I got, you know, once Josie and I connected, Josie had some research as well. So it was just taking everything that I had seen and just creating that essence of Wendy. You know, what is that essence? She loves animal. Yes, she does. She loves color. Yes, she does. Right. So it was taking all of those, you know, little elements and recreating and reinterpreting her look, and also doing it with you, Sierra, right? With the boobs.
Yeah.
How much fun did we have with those?
I'm like mad that I gave them back. I was like, damn.
Oh, listen, that was a souvenir. You know, just getting outfits and then trying to fit, you know, her boobs in there, and, you know, and making sure that it looked authentic. Right? That we weren't clowning in any way. That was very important to me, because like Chris said, she would read all of us individually by name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
What was
and
it
I
like?
wanted to do well for her. I wanted to do good by her.
Yeah. And I think y'all, I know y'all did. I mean, looking at the trailer, I got a chance to see the movie. I mean, the looks are just like spot on, like looks so good. I mean, I felt amazing. So yeah, hats off to y'all.
I got chills watching that trailer. I was
right? Like I got
me
so
too.
wow. It's so oh, looks like my camera went out. Fun. Let's see here. Oh wait, hold on. But you can still hear me, so I'll just
yes,
we can see you.
Oh, you can see me now. Okay, good. So my other question was, you guys mentioned a little bit talking to Wendy. So I think it was Josie, Chris, and Krista. Y'all had a call with Wendy, or how did that? Just walk me through. What was that like, talking with Wendy?
It was great. It was just, you know, Zoom meeting like all these other meetings, thanks to COVID-19 and the quarantine. But so I'll say two things. One, when I read the script, it gave me a new respect and a new identity for use of words of Wendy Williams. All that she had been to fight with where she is, because a lot of people, especially younger, only know her for being loud and over opinionated and blah blah blah. But when you see what she really has done for women of color in journalism, in media and radio, it was like, wow. So getting on the phone with her after reading this boss lady script, she was like, yeah, so this is what we're going to do, you guys, da da da. She was like, bring your information to the table. I am this, I am that. I wore my hair like this, da da da. Red lips, I wore a lot of red lips, smoky eyes, da da. She's like, any other questions? You shouldn't have any. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. That's it. Let them figure it out now.
Yeah. And so I said the first part, I was like, this is why she's a boss.
Yeah.
This is why she went up in those radio stations like, I'm the queen, I'm taking over. And our meeting literally was just like that. It was great though. It was great.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I wish that I was on that call, but I know when I was like talking to Chris about it, Chris was like, red lip, smoky eye. I was there doing the red lips. I go and get every shade in Sephora. I was like, I gotta get this red lip. If she doesn't have enough red lips, I was like, she's gonna cuss me out on her show. Her makeup. I was like, oh God. Sorry, Josie, go ahead.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I found it to to be very informative. It was nice to hear the human behind the screen personality. Um, One thing that struck me, I appreciated being a parent. I appreciated her loyalty to her family and the respect she had for her family, the way she held it all basically together. And one of the great things, her determination. She knew what she wanted from she was a child, and she followed through with it. And
Yes, she
that,
did.
to me, that it's courageous. It's courageous. She created her world, and
Yes.
listening to her talk about it, like you said, that's why she's a boss lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
And kudos to you, Sierra,
Yep.
because you
Yes.
recreated that world.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
did
you
that.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Well,
You
thank
nailed it,
you.
sister.
Thank
Yes, you
you.
did.
It was a total collaborative effort, and I was just diving in to do what I was hired to do. So
Yes.
And
but
you did
I
it well.
loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it. I
Yeah.
loved every moment of it. I loved working with y'all, and so such a great time. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I do
Sarah,
have.
go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Josie.
I was just wanting to say, working with you, it's just amazing, and I thank
Mm.
you. Each day it was an honor. It was a pure honor to see you, you know, and I was happy that you had to work every day because I saw you every day.
Right.
Same here. Seriously.
Yes.
I mean, I've never ever, I mean, there have been other projects that have come close, but I've never had such a great tight-knit group of people like this, and genuinely be excited to see each and every one of your faces every day.
Yeah, it's
So,
true.
you know,
Fact.
Yeah.
so I
Fact.
mean,
Yep.
no shade to any other projects.
Yeah, no,
You know,
absolutely
Yes.
not.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely not.
it's just right energy, great people, great times.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I, like I
And you
said,
know what, you guys, in the midst of a pandemic, it was
in the
what
midst
we
of a
really
pandemic,
needed.
yeah,
It was what we
Yep.
needed. Yeah,
yeah.
it's what we needed.
So
Absolutely.
what I'm curious, just each of y'all, what do you hope people take away from this film? You know, it was a full collaborative effort, you know, from the writers, producer, director, all of the crew, the actors, the talent, you guys. What do y'all hope that people take away from this film?
I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to say that beside being entertained,
Mhm.
to use it and look at the reality of life, that we're all human and we're all traveling down a journey, a path, and we will fall, and people will tell us we're not capable, but it's not how you fall, it's how you rise. And
Mhm.
so I find that this project, it just gave one that courage to say, here's a celebrity who speak of others' business, and here is her business out there for everyone to see. And I think it's courageous to be able to stand behind what you're doing, and be able to be judged, because she will be judged. And I think that takes a lot of courage, just to
Yes.
be courageous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like people definitely like give her the opportunity. Like, I mean, I kind of knew a little bit about Wendy before, and I don't know. I just feel like this movie will give people a better understanding of actually what she's been through in her life, and all the obstacles that she has been like thrown into and like thrown at. Like, it's just, you know, I think it's going to be a great movie and a great great thing to watch, the transition and evolution.
Mhm.
I think that what I'd like for people to take away from it is just the, you know, the badassery that is Wendy Williams. You know, like Chris said, reading the script, you just get so much of a better understanding of who she is and the things that she's been through. And I hope that we were able to capture that. I know that we were, you know, with Sierra at, you know, at the helm. And I hope people enjoy it and appreciate our work.
Yeah. Same as I mentioned earlier about Wendy's strength. I've really one, I hope that it is healing for her because she's been through so much, and we don't know what she's been able to really reconciliate herself with and move on. You just never know. And so being able to see somebody portray your life and do it so well and tastefully, I hope that she's able to get a sense of prestige, proud of what she's done and built. And, you know, like you said, Josie, excuse me, I mean, you said, Michelle, people are going to judge, but even in her being judged and as courageous as she is being, like Josie said, I want people to really see, like, okay, I can do this too. I can, even with the odds against me. And then the same for us. Like, this was Sierra's first time as a lead. That takes a lot. Like, she had to carry a whole entire film and somebody else's life who's still alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she could easily pick up the phone and be like, and she was an EP. So there's that. And this was Krista's first time as a department head. And so I'm really excited that we have all been able to really flourish in our own individual areas as well. And when people see the film, they're going to see it. They're going to see it. They're going to see it because the trailers are fire. So that means the movie, yeah.
Oh, well, thank y'all so much. And I'm right there with y'all. I hope everybody takes all of that from the movie. And then what I'm hoping too is that this is not our last time working with each other.
Oh,
and
no, it can't
hope
be.
that the doors just swing open for all of our careers right now. Like, just like,
yes.
we're going to be like, we got to close these doors. It's too many.
Yes. Amen to all of that.
Amen to all of that. Can I say one last thing? If I ever have to do another Zoom, I hope I look this amazing. Sierra, your ambiance, your lighting,
everything.
Everything.
This
I'm
is my
taking
meditation
lessons.
corner. So, you know, I'm letting y'all into the little meditation corner right here.
It looks so
Love
good.
it.
Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you. I love you, ladies.
I got another interview,
yes. See you all soon.
Shout out to
Josie,
Darren.
text me your address.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay,
Shout out to Darren.
Yes,
Darren Grant. Yes, our director. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well,
all right, y'all introduce. Take care.
I'll share this with y'all soon.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Bye. Love y'all.
I love you. Bye.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Please be sure to click over and follow them on social media, and we will see you on screen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.